that might be a problem. But another good factor about having the Bounty is they have strong lanes, right? They have Quap, so Bounty might be able to set up something in the other lanes.
I mean, we've seen the run like Bristol a fair amount. I think even with the Darkseer and the Axe banned out, there's still a fair amount of heroes that can deal with them.
There's still a couple of good heroes, like maybe Tide, but...
Sand King, Tide, LC...
It's about the lineup they have, though. What fits their lineup?
But they still, I think they want the Quap to lane against Brood, because they want the Razor to go mid against Viper.
Yeah.
They don't want Quap versus Viper matchup.
That's
like the worst matchup.
Well, they can
Quap,
also put Luo on Queen of Pain. If they want.
They could run an offlane Quap.
Yeah, it depends on
I just think the Queen versus Brood matchup is just it's not that good for it.
It's not that good, but it's also not awful. So if you have like one support that can help out a little bit at the start, give Quap a head start, then you could probably work around it. And, yeah, we'll see. Well, okay, now it's hard for Quap.
It's hard. This
is a problem for Quap.
This is Spirit Breaker, which means that the other lanes would have problems too. So like both sides have one roaming support, Bounty versus Spirit Breaker, but it will see who has the better lanes. And for now, I feel Secret has more flexibility in the lanes because Brood Mother is a problem. They have to assign a dedicated hero for the end. You know, it's not fun to play against that with their lineup right now.
So at this point, they need to find someone to just fill that role.
I don't know about
to hold Brood back. I mean, is that the situation?
They might need a support like something like a Sand King, some support that can deal with Brood. You know,
right.
It's just no matter what they pick, it's going to be an exceptional, stressful game because you constantly have to deal with Brood. There's constantly going to be Spirit Breaker charging your solos, and then you need to like, okay, so where's my support actually going to be? I can't protect mid and fight off Brood at the same time. And then, in addition to that, they have two solos in their own lanes, like Viper and Gyro, who are expected
to pick something that's self-sustained, really, you know, self-sufficient against the Brood. So you don't have the problem where the supports have to be here, they have to be in mid.
Good call, Ben.
Yeah.
Sick prediction. I would have never guessed that.
Would you consider that self-sustained, like against Brood?
Yes.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot.
It is.
Okay.
So.
Especially from the Chinese teams. It's just leave Bristol back alone and focus on the other lanes. It's pretty much a 4-on-4 and a 1-on-1 in the bottom.
But without the IO, I think he might run into mana problems. Might want to get like sometimes you see players get an early bottle, like something to address that issue because you're up against Brood. Mana is always a thing that you're going to be constantly using in the lane against the Brood lanes.
Yeah.
Okay, Bane being banned out again by Secret.
But in general, I think you want two heroes that can deal well with it. I guess Queen of Pain and Razor can.
Yeah, they are like sort of okay with the spam they have to deal with the Brood lanes. So I'd say, all in all, their lineup at the moment seems alright against Brood. I mean, the cost obviously is alright.
So is there any hero that can make this lineup from Secret more nightmarish? Because you guys, every hero picked so far has just been getting progressively worse.
Nightmare.
Oh my!
Man, you said nightmare.
Oh, if they actually do that, it's like that's the point. You're just like
don't worry, it won't happen. Don't worry.
Yeah.
you don't even want to play the game. It's like whatever. We'll take the O2, but keep our morale high for our next series.
There you go. that does sound like not a bad idea. Actually,
it's really frustrating. Yeah, but I agree. They're definitely not going to grab it.
Okay,
that's actually strengthening the Brood Mother pick a lot.
Yeah.
Aura. It's a huge difference. A Brood with Aura and without. Like you're actually able to dominate the lane much more with the Aura.
Even a Spirit Breaker, I think, with the Aura.
Yeah, obviously it helps. It helps in the early few levels where you have a very limited mana pool. Definitely.
Yeah, I think their whole theme is like self-sufficient all three lanes and try and capitalize on
and
the
CM is like jungling. Guys, I'm giving you mana support.
Yeah. There you go.
I am helping.
I remember Dota 1, it used to be a strat level Crystal Maiden to the 7 and then quote-unquote disconnect. Oh, we lost our Crystal Maiden. What a shame. We get more gold.
Number one strats right there. And Lina being picked up for IG just to round things out. Doesn't sound like it's really going to change the dynamic too much.
A support that has nukes to deal with the Brood lanes, I guess.
Right.
It's kind of good in that sense, and they have another form of burst damage to kill stuff, so it's obviously a good thing to have that.
Okay, so let's assess the situation. Is it questionable at best, or is it just an absolute nightmare right now for IG? Winter, please let us
know. I think they have to be very cautious at dealing with the Brood. If the Brood gets out of control, they wouldn't be able to take care of the other lanes, and Spirit Breaker would be like charging left and right, top center, whatnot. Then the lanes would fall apart from them if that happens. So the Brood is a very key piece in this puzzle for Secret.
So things have swapped a little bit now. It's IG who has to watch out for the early game, whereas originally we were suggesting that, hey, you should put the aggression on Team Secret.
Taking the initiative.
But yeah, now they
actually
they
can still take the initiative with Bounty, don't get me wrong. So,
but you could just tell in the draft that the Brood pick just threw them off.
Yeah,
completely. Like they started taking way longer for the picks and bans, and it's like they need to repair constantly the draft.
Yeah.
How do we repair our draft so we're not in trouble?
Yeah,
and
definitely
that's always
threw us for a little bit of a loop too. So game 2, can IG survive the early game and then even try to get that win against Team Secret? We're about to find out.
Your viewing pleasure or audio pleasure
Nightmare
here for our game number 2 of Team Secret versus Invictus Gaming. It is the second round of the group's day 1.
I'm Wagamama, and this is Toby1 CSGO.
Hi!
The hi started, and then he looks over.
I'm like, damn you, Waga! Such a troll. Such a troll. Yes, I'm a Valve boy.
Oh, did he get spotted?
Yeah, they saw him quickly.
Yeah, Faith was just barely spotted, so I think they're going to deward that.
Very deep ward on the high ground, too, on the Radiant side. But there's one sentry ward in the Viper.
Yeah, he has the sentry and the observer, so they know where the observer went down. He's got to go there and deward this right now, I believe. Like,
does he place it closer to the lane as well? He might be worried it's like in this like random spot a little bit further up on the hill.
Yeah, he's not entirely sure where it is, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe he didn't actually realize the bounty warded there, but he definitely saw the bounty run away. So maybe he thought it was a mind game or something.
The secondary sentry is also on Zai, so in case they put a sentry in his lane.
Arteezy gonna run away here on bottom as he has no way of stealing this rune. Ferrari gonna get it.
And S4 takes the one for the mid. So everything going as foreseen.
Oh, already dust on Spirit Breaker, by the way. So if you want to try cheeky business in the beginning of the game here as a bounty hunter, be prepared to get punished by Spirit Breaker.
SV might be a little bit sad, though, because he can't do the pull. So he won't be able to have bash from the first one. He'll only be able to get charged.
The puppy courier service on the mid lane. He's actually delivering. Running out with the
funny thing is, he's here, but S4's not ready to take it. He's like, just takes some damage of Ferrari. Well, starts off to start, actually, he goes with a static link, but takes a lot of damage for his trouble.
That's not worth it at all for Ferrari. I mean, he stole plenty of damage, making...
Oh, sentry wards, Faith, so quick.
Yeah, the tangle.
Yep, that's the only way he would be able to get rid of both the Observer and the sentry ward. He got both of them in that short space of time.
That was a big play. He also has his ward remaining on mid lane, so very good, winning the mid ward war. And now he's going to make his way down to bottom where there's no pull available. But he's going to try and find a chance on Arteezy.
The only issue he's got is the fact that he's basically out of mana. Like, you might have a sentry ward available, but he's just used his last priority. They charge on Chuan, but it's Arteezy initiated on Burning. It's a good start. The flag cannon, the damage. Kuro should be able to get the revenge kill over on the Lina, which is nice for his levels. Unfortunately for him, though, he lost his core.
Yeah, lost your core there, and the first blood as well, as Arteezy gets brought down first. Very nice timing there by the bounty hunter to get all the way down there after dewarding. Already having good impact. Top lane, we haven't talked about it much. It's just Bristleback laning up against the Broodmother.
Yeah, no one should really die on this top lane.
No, it's not a lane. I mean, sooner or later we're going to expect the Broodmother to take over the jungle and farm. Actually, Luo is going pretty aggressive here and just spamming. Sai can't farm under his own tower here. This is very nice play by Luo.
But you're still going to be able to web, and you got Salve and everything else, so it's not be much of a problem for him.
Yeah, sooner or later he's going to be able to farm. It's just the cool spray spam is very, very real.
Yeah, not to mention the regeneration. It's nice having that little mango on the Bristleback, so if times do get tough, he can just get that quick 150 mana back again.
I never knew I loved mangoes until I played Dota. It's like, do I like mangoes? Never tried.
I would love a mango right now.
Yeah.
Need some mana.
I have a little restaurant close to my home. They give mangoes? No, they give mangoes when you buy something. Always a mango.
That's an amazing restaurant.
Yeah.
That's the Swedish healthy living right there.
So good. Oh, they're going bottom again?
Yep, there's the charge. And Chuan actually knocking back both Burning and Faith, but Arteezy, once again, so much focus damage when they go on him, and Chuan's still not dead. Where's that 17%? Kuro can't find the Light Striker Ray will be off target. There goes the dust. They see Faith, and Puppy turns for the Frostbite, but Faith not taking enough damage to find a kill here, and Spirit Breaker not enough mana or life to re-engage in.
Yeah, very good, but the Queen didn't aggressively blink there as well, as Arteezy was respawning and TPing in, so... Well played by IG. They're really doing well in this aggressive lane with the Queen of Pain, playing well around it, and Faith once again being part of kills.
2 deaths to Arteezy. 2 deaths.
Yeah, that's a terrible start for him. And we saw a game earlier where the gyrocopter, if it gets a hard start, it's pretty tough to recover as a gyrocopter compared to some other, like Shadow Fiend, other heroes that we think are so easy always to recover.
They want to have a little bit of crack here at S4. Faith pinged it out. He's got Janata off cooldown.
No HP though.
Yeah, not a lot, but I thought it was just going to be enough of a setup when Razor would combine, but his static link was on cooldown, hence no movement forward.
Yeah, really. Bottom lane is still very aggressive here, and
they're charging top. The SP's coming over for Luo. Now, Luo's got the highest CS on the board. Now, this is a little bit...
Luo is a tough kill.
Yeah. He's taking a lot of Spire links, but he's still got 300 net worth advantage over Zai. So they might be able to charge him in directly. You've got 3-level spawn Spire links, but there's no mana for it. So a long run up, but no real reward.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, that's a very tanky hero. He has 2 points in Bristleback, and he has the Poorman shield. And then he has a magic wand on top of that, so if you spam spells near him, he's going to have that available as well. Mid now, an attempt here. DD, Queen of Pain behind S4.
He's only got 1 point up in Scream, however, so it's going to have to be all physical damage. And you got the SP ready to charge in to help him out. In fact, yep, there it comes on Burning. He's going to bump back Ferrari close to the plaza field. Not enough damage to kill off S4, but actually, I take it all back. With the attack, it's not. That's 126 damage of stolen. And Puppey, he knows he's in the trees. Plaza Field's in 2 seconds. He'll run in, but the Frostbite. Puppey's looking for revenge. Kuro's going to come in. This is not worth it for Ferrari. Fate's in the neighborhood, but the bash from Kuro, not even a bash, it's a normal hit.
Yeah.
Finds the pickoff.
He just hits really strong, honestly, and he brings down a solo kill onto the Razor. 500 gold for the Spirit Breaker there, or 489. It's a very good start for him. I mean, he's 2-0-0. So despite the fact that the bottom fights have been going poorly, at the very least, at the cost of Arteezy, the Spirit Breaker is doing well.
And the Spirit Breaker is one of those heroes where you really, you could do some Akuria. Yeah. Edgy worked it out as Zai starts the creep skipping.